Is Heidi's audio recording stored?
No.
No. That's a question we get every day. And I think it's a valid question because people are obviously interested in understanding how the technology works. We try to make that clear on our web pages and our kind of public-facing material, but I think it's important to reinforce that. We use a live transcription process. We do not store your audio in some deep, dark server somewhere that we can extract at some later point in time.
Like as a clinician, if a patient feels like they're being live recorded and I've got an audio recording, it's harder to, I guess, gain trust with people. Whereas, you know, the fact that we don't store audio recordings, it is a live transcription. It means that essentially we've just got someone in the room that's transcribing for us so that we can spend more time looking at the patient and engaging with them rather than having to finger type on the computer as we go. So,
and it's also important for the clinicians to know and understand that because they are the ones that need to communicate that to the patients that they're seeing. And if the patients tend to be very reassured when they say, hey, I'd love to use Heidi during my consultation, no audio recordings are stored, it's only a transcript, and suddenly they're a little bit more comfortable in that aspect. So it's important that we're very clear and transparent about that. No audio recordings are stored. Like Joss was saying, someone is a really fast typist, imagine that, in the room with you. And as soon as you finish talking, then that's it. So yeah, that's really important to kind of make that clear.
Yeah, and one thing to add is what you can refer back to is there's always a transcript. So even though Heidi will create your note for you based on what's being discussed, you can always refer back to the transcript as well, which is really helpful if you can't quite remember exactly what happened. Say you've seen one patient and then you got pulled to 2 other patients and then there's an emergency. You can always go back and review that transcript so that you can make sure your notes are accurate as well. So I find that's a really helpful element of Heidi too.
Absolutely.